Hello there, friends. It's Bill Huston Podcast. So, I try not to do fundraising because I don't like doing it. And I'd rather be doing research and advocacy and helping people. But I also need food and shelter. And since this coronavirus thing, my donations have really dropped off significantly. And I know everybody's hurting, but I'm just saying that I have done urgent and critical environmental work, protection work, for solid 10 years. And I did this regionally. I did it statewide in New York. I worked extensively in Northeast Pennsylvania helping victims of fracking. And up and down the Northeast, okay, including Massachusetts and including Virginia, and in between. So, and if you want to talk about like CVs, like my resume, my qualifications, my experience, I highly suggest that you just go to. I never can find. I need to figure out how to. There it is. So it's Bill Huston's fracking resume. Just Google that, type it into DuckDuckGo, whatever, and you'll see all, not all, but a good sampling of my work over the past 10 years. And I've been involved in many successful environmental campaigns, including killing the Constitution pipeline, including killing the I-81 pipeline, including stopping fracking in New York. I worked significantly, okay? Hundreds and hundreds of videos, hundreds of hours of videos on Shale Shock Media, New York Friends of Clean Air and Water, and several other channels where I've contributed videos. Lots of videos. Everything from public hearings to expert panels to civil disobedience actions. I was on the ground doing frontline work, and I have been for 10 years. And I've also worked in Endicott, right here in Endicott, working for environmental issues for 8 years. I started first fighting these stink trucks in about 20. I'll have to probably 2013. I'm just going to guess 2013. Okay, so that's 7 years. Okay, that's when I first started looking into the stink trucks, the leachate dumping business. And now I'm a leader, and I'm a leader in, I do original research that nobody else does. Type 4 CNG, ultra high pressure carbon fiber composite virtual pipeline tube trailers. I like to call them bomb trucks. XNG, NG Advantage. I was way on top of that, looking into that when almost nobody else was, okay? Writing about it, blogging about it, making videos about it, informing you, doing independent research, doing FOIL requests, doing lots of FOILs or FOIAs, getting information out, putting it up on the Dropbox, putting up stuff on my blog, doing social media work. This is what I do. Nobody else does this work. If you find my work important, please, and if you can, consider donating in any amount. Okay? I gratefully appreciate all donations in any amount. I urgently need to raise about $1,600 or I'm going to be homeless. Okay? I'm going to be homeless. My internet's going to be turned off. My phone's going to be turned off. I'm surprised they're not off by now. They're way past due. I have stuff in storage that I'm about to lose. I need help. I need support from the community. There's a famous YouTuber from Oneonta that he raises $5,000 every single month. He does national issues, like he talks about Jeffrey Epstein and 9/11 and stuff like that, okay? I do more local issues. And I need sustaining revenue of about $500 every month, and I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. And so it's up to you. It's up to you. If you appreciate my work, then I need help. And then maybe it's just sharing my videos around. And maybe it's just sharing out my plea for help to your contacts and say, I've really benefited from the Bill Huston podcast and from Bill Huston's original research work and his public safety advocacy work, okay? Me and Craig Stevens went around. We did 3 forums, including Oneonta and Ithaca and in Endicott, about these bomb trucks, okay? I work tirelessly in the public interest, but I need help. I need support from the community. I survive on donations and grants. I have 3 more years to go before I reach Social Security age, okay, when I can get it. So that's the deal. I urgently need $1,600. So what am I going to do for my donors? I've got several special gifts, okay? Very exclusive content that I'm willing to give out to my donors. So there's been a legal matter that I've been involved with due to my advocacy work, okay? I've been tied up in this legal process. And I basically got sued by a gas driller in Northeast Pennsylvania. I got taken to court. I was dragged through the court for 2 years. And it's finally over. It seems like it's finally over. So I have some very, very, very exclusive content that I'm willing to give for a $100 donation. If you give me a $100 donation and you indicate to me with an email, where's my email address? I'm going to see if I can find it. That's my snail mail. I thought that I had an email address somewhere. I know I do. We've got so many cards here. Indicate to me by email, and it's williamahuston@gmail.com. Let me see if I can call it up this way. Let's do new ad. It should be BH email. There it is. Add existing BH email. Okay, so there's that. So write to me, williamahuston@gmail.com, and send me a PayPal or send me a check or a money order to my P.O. box. Let me put that up and just let me see if I can hide that or make it smaller. Ooh, that's the wrong one. I am a klutz when it comes to OBS. Sometimes it's hard when you have lots of layers. Let me just drop that so that it sits behind my head. Lower, okay. Oops. It's the USPS. There we go. Okay, now it's behind my head. There it is. So you can see my snail mail. Okay, so I have some thank yous for donors. If you, as of today, starting now, if you make a $100 donation or more, I'm going to give you some very, very, very exclusive content that I haven't been able to share up until now because of requests from my attorneys to not make social media statements, not make any public statements about this case that I was involved in. The case is basically over. So I can release this content to you, and it's going to show you, it's going to demonstrate to you the frontline work that I've been doing. And I'm not even going to say what this is, but I'm going to send you some very, very exclusive content. For $100, you get, let me put that on, here's my urgent goal. Where's my So for $100, you get access to special content relating to my work exposing the harms of the oil and gas industry in Northeast Pennsylvania. Some very, very special content, and you will be surprised, okay? So it's just going to show you, because this work, I haven't been able to fundraise around this work because I haven't been able to talk about it. Now I can talk about it. So for any donor with a donation of $100 or more, you're going to get access to this very, very special content. But please send me an email after you make the donation and tell me that you want access to the special content. And I'm going to think of something. I know $100 is a lot of money to a lot of people. So I'm actually going to come up with for $50, I'm going to give you some access to some different content. And if you email me, I'm going to give you some choices, okay? After you make a $50 or more donation, I'm going to give you access to some other content. And I'm going to give you some choices by email, okay? As to what those are. So that's it, friends. I need help. I really need help right now. Really would appreciate donations in any amount, and I'm thankful for, it looks like there's 7 people on now. That's interesting. No, 3 people on now. I get a lot of abuse. I get abuse from the industry, which you would expect, because the industry is the ones that I'm giving a hard time to, because I'm advocating that they are held accountable for their crimes against people, crimes against nature, for their lies and deceit. And so I expect the industry to come after me, and their public relations people come after me all the time. Energy in Depth, Tom Shepstone, they've been attacking me since 2011. 2011. So for 9 years, I've been attacked by the oil and gas industry. Now, I'm getting... let me say this. So I also get attacked by the left. Okay? I get attacked... I'm going through this thing with No Burn Broom right now. I was on this Zoom call last night, and I had important information to convey. And this has happened to me again and again and again in No Burn Broom. And I have nothing against the work that they're doing, and nothing against the good work that they're doing, and their organizational work and all that stuff. What I do have a problem is that No Burn Broom is run by a bunch of arrogant men that think they know everything, like Howard Warner and like Rob Tabiri, and even to some degree, God bless you, Paul Connett, you're a fabulous guy, but you shouted me down on more than one occasion. And last night, Rob Tabiri blew me off of the call before I even got a chance to ask my question. I didn't have a question. I have content, critical content about, number one, where we're at in terms of the seeker process. Number two, things that people can be doing and what we should be doing, okay? That's what I wanted to convey on the call last night, and I was denied access during their open town hall. It's open to everybody except for Bill Huston. Well, what's the problem with that? Why am I special? Go on Google and try to figure out where was the very first occurrence of the word Endicott battery incinerator that was uttered anywhere in the mainstream media. And I'll tell you, it was around, I have it right here. I should look it up. I can tell you exactly the very first time. It wasn't until May or June when the industry first started. I think it was May when the press started talking about the fact that there is an incinerator coming to Endicott. Okay? May or June of 2020. November of 2019, you heard about it on the Bill Huston podcast, okay? And I have a playlist now with 41 videos. Let me see. Let me look it up really quick. 41 videos. Let's do Stop. It's called Stop the Endicott Battery Incinerator. Let me let you see what I'm looking at now. On the right, video capture right. Okay, sorry about that. Let's so here's my generic. Stand by 1 second. I want to I just have to frame this up a little bit. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Okay, so go to the Bill Huston podcast channel on YouTube and look at the playlist, and you're going to find a playlist called Stop the Endicott Battery Incinerator. 42 videos. And it's over 50 hours. And some of these are public hearings that were Zoom calls. Some of these were, educational videos that I've made. There's 42 videos here, all about the Endicott Battery Incinerator. I've been doing original research and original work that you won't find anywhere else. You're not going to hear anybody at No Burn Broom. If you want to know about the chemistry of PFASs and the human health impacts of incinerators and nanoparticles, that's all the stuff that No Burn Broom is really good at. John Ruspentini and Paul Connett, they're fabulous. They really know that stuff well. What they don't know well is seeker. They don't know the legal process. I've been through this a whole bunch. I have a lot of experience here. I know the seeker process pretty good. And I do have legal experience. Who do you know that did oral arguments? Even attorneys. Ask around. Do you know any attorney? Do you know anybody, an attorney or not, that ever has done oral arguments before a justice that's now on the Supreme Court? I did. Her name is Sonia Sotomayor, and the case was William Huston versus Time Warner Cable et al. It was a federal lawsuit that I made, and it was regarding free speech having to do with cable TV. So, and I did that completely. It cost me thousands of dollars, and nobody paid me. I did it all on my own because it was the right thing to do. That's what motivates me. I don't do this out of ego. I don't do this out of seeking recognition. I don't do it out of I just want to do the right thing. And nobody else is doing the work that I do. So I do it. And I don't seek funding beforehand. I just do the work. I do what's necessary. As I have done for a decade. And I've got a whole bunch of people in the left community that attack me for all kinds of different reasons. You know? So that's why I'm coming to you for help. My friends, my supporters, my viewers. If you don't appreciate my work, don't do anything. And I'm going to be homeless really soon. Really soon. I'm going to lose hundreds of dollars of possessions. They're just possessions, right? I've lost my stuff so many times in my life. I'm going to lose it again. All my stuff that's in storage is going to be gone. My phone's going to be turned off. My internet's going to be turned off. I'm going to go dark really soon. unless I get some help from you. Share this video, even if you don't have anything to contribute. Even if you're poor, that's okay. Just share this. Share it on your email lists. Say, Bill Huston needs help. He's a pretty decent guy. He's logged the hours. Okay? You might not like everything that I do. You might not like my opinions about, the whole police reform movement. And I have some critical things to say about that, and I get shouted down. There's another one I got shouted down. You cannot criticize certain topics in the news today. The virus, Black Lives Matter, face masks, Joe Biden, Democrats, the crimes of Democrats. There's a whole lot of things that you aren't allowed to talk about. I don't answer to party politics. I don't answer to anybody except myself and my own sense of right and wrong. And so I'm just saying, if I don't get some help pretty soon, friends, you're just not going to hear from me anymore. I'm going to fade away. I'm going to disappear, and I'm not going to be doing this work anymore. So if that's your goal, if you want to silence me, the only person that, was trying to alert this community. You never heard from Jeff Platsky about the incinerator. You never heard from WBNG about the incinerator, or WNBF, or from Donna Lupardo or Jason Garner. Nobody, the public, the elected officials, the press, Empire State Development, Governor Cuomo, nobody was telling you about the Endicott incinerator. I sure would like some help from Endicott, from the Endicott community, Endicott people. I'm working to protect you, your clean air, your clean water. And I'll tell you, I've seen this on more than one occasion, that these successful groups that are involved in environmental issues get taken over and get diverted and subverted into Black Lives Matter. That's happening right now with No Burn Broom. Suddenly, No Burn Broom, at least the Facebook page, just say no to lithium ion. It's got a big long name, okay? Whatever the Facebook group is, that's suddenly been taken over by a whole bunch of people that are terribly upset about some meme that was shared by Cheryl Chapman and maybe liked by the mayor. And it's like, racist, they're calling them racist. Well, you know what? Maybe they are racist. I don't know. And frankly, that Black Lives Matter is a third-rail issue. It's divisive. They use militant tactics. They are above criticism. You cannot criticize them without being called a racist, the same way that you can't criticize the apartheid state of Israel without being called anti-Semite. It's a very clever marketing thing, and it gets them to, get their way and create a false narrative. It's a false narrative. I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm going to talk about it in future podcasts because that's important. Talking about the virus BS is important. Mask BS. Somebody has to criticize it. 100% of the people out there are wearing masks, very high percentage, 99% of the people out there wearing masks, and in fact, they are adopting the imperative of Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and these billionaires, these transhumanist billionaires that want to destroy America. Even Governor Cuomo, I think, is part of it. The way he's locking down, it's crap that they're saying that there's this big spike in new cases. It's July. Nobody's getting the flu in July. It's a lie. The spike is they're calling somebody that goes and gets a test and gets a positive test result, they're calling that a new case. That's not a new case. That's a positive test result. If they're not expressing symptoms and they test positive, guess what that means? That means they're a healthy person. That means they were exposed to the virus and they didn't get sick. That's called a healthy person. So I'm just saying, I do critical work because I bring a voice to the voiceless. I bring a voice to the voiceless. I advocate for the people that don't have any voice. People say, Bill, you're so negative. I'm not negative. I just analyze the news. I might seem to be negative because there's a crap ton of propaganda out there right now about all kinds of things. There's propaganda about the incinerator. There's propaganda about Black Lives Matter. There's propaganda about the virus and masks and all this stuff. And I try to cut through the propaganda and tell you what the truths are using my own brain, my own reason, my own eyes and ears, and my own senses. And I do it in the public interest, and I do it for the benefit of all beings. I work in the service of all beings. You can't even say that without being accused of uttering some racist slogan. That's how insane the world has become. So I try to bring a little sanity to the world with the work that I do, and I get no thanks, no gratitude, very, very little support. I shouldn't say no thanks, no gratitude. I do get some. And I really, really appreciate that from my good friends and my donors that do appreciate me, and you tell me that you appreciate me. God bless you all. God bless you all. But the bottom line is that I have to raise $1,600. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I need to raise $1,600 urgently. Urgently. Maybe I'm going to do a marathon. I'm going to do this video and hopefully keep it pretty short. Looks like I've been on for almost 30 minutes. It's hard to believe how fast time flies. I'm going to wrap up this video, and I'm going to leave, there's already links in the video description below with my PayPal account and with my snail mail account. I appreciate donations in any amount, very, very much. $5, $10, $20. What really makes a difference is the $50, the $100 and up donations. I do get those from time to time, and those really make a huge difference. So if you can make a $50, $100 donation or higher, that's going to really move. It's going to move the needle toward my $1,600 goal very, very, a lot faster than $5, $10 donations. But if all you have is $5 or $10, I understand that, and I'm still going to be extremely grateful. And I'm going to find some exclusive content to give all of my donors who even make smaller donations. But right now, I'm going to have two different levels of bonuses. One for a $100 donation, I'm going to give you some very, very special content, and I know what that is. And the $50 donation, I'm going to give you some choices. But you have to email me and tell me what you want. So that's it, friends. I'm going to wrap this up, and as always, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video. Please share it, subscribe on YouTube, and that's it. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support.